Alright, we got a new intro here. I mean, it may not have been the first disc that this intro was used on, but it's the first that I would be seeing it. Is it making the discs? Ha! Oh, that's great. Yeah, it is. Ha! Yeah, the demo disc did start to look different. I mean, my disc doesn't have that color to it. It's black, white, and reflective. But whatever. Alright, Bloody Roar 2. This is oh, damn it. Okay, I'm gonna play this one last. I don't want to have to reset it. Interplay Sports Baseball 2000. Baseball games I played. It was the PlayStation. The SNES was the console that I played a lot of baseball games. There weren't that many, but there was like King Griffey, and there was Super Bases Loaded, and there was stuff like that. Once we moved on to the PlayStation and N64 era and going on from that, I kind of lost interest in it. Baseball is one of those sports that I think is fun to play, but not so much fun to watch. And if it's not really fun to watch, I didn't see much fun in playing a video game version of it. But whatever, who am I to judge?
Welcome to the beautiful and historic Yankee Stadium for tonight's exhibition game between the San Diego Padres and the...
Alright, let's skip over this. Alright, so I don't know what button to push. Oh, am I the pitcher? Okay.
He's got a nasty curveball.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss for the first strike.
Alright, there's a weird bug. It's probably because of the emulator that the commentator, the announcer, is repeating himself.
Ball one.
Oh, you suck. It's hard to judge depth.
Line drive to second.
And then you're out.
Caught for the out.
It's probably one inning that you play here.
Now batting, the right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
Foul.
Foul ball.
This is glitchy. It's driving me nuts. The pitcher was out of position. Another foul ball.
Foul ball.
Went to the same place. Alright, that's 2 strikes then.
Strike 3.
Alright, 2 outs. 1 more.
Now batting, the first baseman, Wally Joyner.
Oh, damn it. Oh! No, throw it, you fucker.
Throws to first for the out. That takes
Oh,
care
wow,
of
this
the
is
top
not
half of
working.
the inning.
Maybe it's... Alright, now on the batter.
Fastball for
That was
for the strike.
That would have been
Swing and a miss for the first strike. Pulls ahead in the count. 0-1.
I'm on now.
Sharp grounder to the shortstop.
He's gonna get me.
Out.
Now batting,
Jeter.
number two, Derek Jeter.
Strike 1.
Come on now.
two.
I'm bad at this. The graphics on this, I mean, must have been impressive in their day. 3D models for all the players and all that.
A shot up the middle.
I might make it the first. That animation was terrible. I mean, on the SNES, of course, you had the 2D characters on the sort of like Mode 7 backgrounds, that kind of thing. The PlayStation 1 era came up in the first gen of baseball games. Left side of the plate. The first gen of baseball games used sort of the same style of graphics, where 2D characters on a 3D background. Oh, that was the worst.
Count is
Fuck.
0-1.
I don't think the catcher would have got that. I could have stolen first. I'm an idiot. I'm going to swing at everything.
Fastball. Strike two.
Okay, I tried swinging at that, and he just didn't. But anyway, it was similar in visual style.
A solid hit
to
to right field.
Out.
He pulls it in.
You know, 2D characters on a 3D background. Better 3D background than the SNES would have been able to do, but it probably wasn't even a Mode 7 in those SNES games. It's been a long time since I played them, so I might be misremembering. But this must have been like a pretty big advancement in that era. But nowadays, it just looks bad. I wonder what the PS2 games. I never really looked into the PS2 games.
Gone for a 2-run shot.
Fan-fucking-tastic. That means I win, right? In the first inning, anyway, I'm up 2-0. And this game is only going to play 1 inning, so that means I win. How low detail the characters are in the field. While running the bases, there's like... I mean, it's high detail here for PlayStation 1 era. But when they're running... If I manage to get it again... I mean, look at the guy to the left. The shortstop. He doesn't have a right hand. It's just a weird triangle. Come on, bro.
A shot up the middle.
Do we have to follow the ball all the way back to the pitcher?
Now batting, number 45, Chili Davis.
Foul ball.
I'm starting to get the hang of the hits. I wonder how do we steal second? How do we steal second?
Strike two.
I might as well just get the third strike so I can end this fucking game. I don't want to get stuck for 20 minutes on a damn baseball game.
Sharp grounder to the
there's the
second
third out.
Baseman. He gets the runner.
All right, let's get out of this.
That ends the inning. They strand one.
Now batting.
No, I don't want a second inning. Sorry I showed so much contempt for that. Interplay did this, huh? Is Interplay still around? I think, like, every time I thought about, is Interplay still a thing? I come to the conclusion eventually that it... Oh, Croc II. I come to the conclusion that it still is, just barely. Like, it's any day now it's going to die, but it might still be still alive, I don't know. It just survived longer than I thought it would. Croc II, a 3D platforming game. I remember being impressed by the visuals of Croc, the first one anyway, when I first saw it. I mean, it comes across like the kind of 3D platformer that shouldn't have been possible on the PlayStation 1. I don't know how... Do I break this? The kind of 3D platformer that you'd think wouldn't be possible on the PlayStation 1. But, you know, whatever. Yeah. keys in a cave. Although, it doesn't really look all that impressive here. Because, I mean, it's sort of... There are more impressive 3D platformers on the PlayStation 1. It just comes... It's... like I'm following a pathway, and the console's probably streaming level data off the disc, like people think they wouldn't have been able to do back in the early days of PlayStation 1. Alright. Saw like Crash Bandicoot, you saw Soul Reaver. Jump, you fucking weirdo. This game is not very good, or I'm just not good at it, and I'm dead. I'm gonna call that a demo. Kind of visually impressive for the machine, but, you know, not good otherwise. Alright, so I got Tetris, a Tetris game. Of course, the Tetris that is most iconic for me anyway, I mostly associate with the game as the Game Boy version of Tetris. It was just perfect. I spent more time playing that game than any other Game Boy game. I was fairly good at it, although it's been a long time since I played any Tetris, so... And this is a version that might have some weird rules I'm not used to. Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know how good I'm going to be at this. The fact that it's 3D is a little disturbing, I think.
Pieces of different colors will fall apart.
I don't like that. Alright, I'll... That's not what I wanted. Damn you! Yeah, that'll do. There's no music. Why is there no music? Alright, so... Alright, so I just need to fill... Alright. Damn it. Damn it. Does me no good. Oh, shit. See, weird rules. Weird rules. Pieces fall apart. This one won't fall apart. Good thing I don't need... Oh, yes, I do. See, now I can't burn this one. Not yet, at least. I'll have to do that. That means I'm going to need a line. Oh, wait, no, the pieces will fall apart. Yeah, there we go. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned, just straight-up Tetris? Why do we have to have weird-ass rules for everything? All I want from me is some classic Tetris. Oh, shit. It didn't fall apart. Oh, damn it. What? Fine. Okay, I'll do what I have to do here. Oh, shit. That's not going to do me any good. First time I've seen one of these. Oh, shit. I don't have the line yet. Could have used that in a minute. Not right now. There we go. It'll burn a line, but, shit. Just do it. Okay. All my old Tetris skills have clearly atrophied. Well, plus, I mean, the rules are weird. Shit. Fine. That's what I like to see. Will that? It will, but not in a way I like. I should stop burying pieces on that side. Alright, I guess I'm getting the hang of it now. The weird rule set here. Shit, not what I wanted. Don't put it there. See, the weird rules sometimes, I guess, work out to my advantage. There's a strategy to this version that I don't understand, or that I haven't come to have a good... haven't come to have a good foundation with. Terrible placement. Don't do that kind of crap. You suck. Another one. Fine. I can get something under that if I have to. Can I get that in there? I think I can get that in there. There we go. Stop putting things on that side. There's a line. There's another line. Yeah, if I can get that in there, that'll work. I don't know if I can, though. Shouldn't even try. Got it. All right, that's got to be enough. Moving on. June 99. Not my favorite type of Tetris. Analog controller support? How's that going to help? It's Tetris. Not a 3D platformer. Oh, includes classic Tetris. Oh, it wasn't so bad. What was the Tetris effect? Was that the newest one that was supposed to be like really good? It's like a PlayStation VR version of it or something like that. Ape Escape. Okay. I think this was the first game that I had played that I think DualShock support was mandatory. So you actually needed a DualShock controller. DualShock was a replacement for the original digital controller. Oh, see, I only played with analog controller. So So the analog controller, then there was the DualShock. It was two separate devices. But the DualShock was released a few years into the PlayStation 1's life. There was a digital controller beforehand, shaped the same way, just without the analog sticks. Then they started releasing, they came out with an analog controller, which I guess was perhaps in reaction to Nintendo's analog stick they had on the N64 controller. Now, it was shaped like the old PlayStation controller, but it had two analog sticks on it instead of one. And with that, the N64 had one stick on it. And it was really like a nice step forward, although not too many games really utilized it. This game did, of course. I think you move with one stick and then you attack with the second, so it works sort of like a dual stick shooter, only it's a dual stick melee game in a way. It's a Konami game, I think, right? Unfortunately, the big 3D platformers and first-person shooters are really the thing that benefits most from having a dual analog setup. And you didn't really see much of taking advantage of that until the Xbox or PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 era. Oh, okay. Capture apes. I don't have good camera control here, because the second stick is used for attacking rather than camera control. I mean, I guess there really wasn't a technical reason why games at the time couldn't use the second stick for camera control. It just wasn't something that people had thought of yet, so... You know, hindsight's 2020. I'm pretty sure Medal of Honor, the PlayStation 1 Medal of Honor, had a version of its control scheme that controlled similar to the way a modern first-person shooter does, but it's not very refined. It doesn't feel as precise. For a PlayStation 1 game, this game looks pretty good too. Oh, so like the central hub. Memory card, the save. Whatever, I'm not reading any of that shit. I bet I can't save because it's a demo. Instructions, portal room. How do I jump? There we go. Is this the Pocket Station? This game had Pocket Station support? Oh, well, let's get out of here. The Pocket Station was a tiny memory card that had a screen on it, sort of predating what we'd see in the Dreamcast visual memory unit. Supposedly it was popular in Japan, but they just never released it in the US. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Oh my god, this game was so awesome. Another one of those demos that I played endlessly. It's probably the demo that I played most on this disc. Even though Tony Hawk didn't really come into its own, I think, until the second Tony Hawk, the first one was still pretty good. There was that remake that they did recently. That was... I should check that out. So you just look at... Oh shit, I wiped out. Oh, 180 ollie. Oh shit. I used to actually be pretty good at this. Clearly it's been like 20 years since I played any Tony Hawk actually. There was some bullshit that I could do in this which allowed me to rack up a score by sort of gaming the physics of it. But I can't remember how to do it. Oh! It involved grinding on the top of this. Like chain grinds together. Yeah, every time you do this, you double... It's like a multiplier every time you ollie off the grind. But... 720! 720 method. Yeah, this game is running poorly. Gotta be just because of the emulator I'm using. Because I don't remember it being glitchy like this. Oh. Tony Hawk did that now, he'd probably die. Did he retire? I think he retired. I mean, he was at it for such a long time. Oh. There was another glitch where you could grind into a... What happened there? You could grind into a wall, and then he bounces off of the wall. He bounces off of the wall and gets tossed right back into another grind. And then bounces off the wall and gets tossed right back into another grind. And it does it like 11 times or something like that. And the multiplier just gets insane. And you get an insane score. What? What just happened? That was in fact impossible. And that's the end of this. You know, I should look into that remake. How do I get out? And there we go. Stop going the wrong way. Soul of the Samurai. I don't remember this at all. There were no doubt a bunch of demos over the years that I played exactly once and just never played twice. Never went back to. Skipping through the cutscenes, I shouldn't do that. I'm trying to remain cognizant of how long this episode's going to be, and I spent a long time on that baseball game. Is this a fighting game? Konami. Oh, okay. I remember this. The attempt to be cinematic in the PlayStation 1 era come across as a little bit strange. I gotta give them some props on what they tried to do here. Your skirt's not quite high enough. Mono, whatever. Oh, this is rough. Yeah, take your sword out, bro. You're about to die. No, don't. Skip over all this. Interesting game. but... Alright. A Ronin and a ninja. Oh, she can throw shit. Pre-rendered backgrounds are not faring too well here. What am I looking at here? Come on. Oh, oops. Shit. I skipped out of it. Pressed the select button. For some reason, it worked this time. Oh well. I think I got it. I got the idea what that game was. I was not enjoying it. MLB 2000, huh? Alright. Oh, it's 989 Sports. When did 989 go under? 09 or so?
Playable.
Oh, wow. Much more technically impressive than the other one I looked at. Oh yeah, this looks way better. Am I? I'm the pitcher? It's honestly not that clear to me. It looks much better. Although, it's a little bit more complicated to play. Okay, I'm not the pitcher. I'm the batter. Look at the size of that shadow. Oh, I thought it was out for sure. Barry Bonds. Must took out his kneecap. Alright, that's enough of this. Don't want to spend a lot of time on baseball games. Better looking than the last one. Another one of these. Jet Moto was a single track game. Jet Moto 1, I adored. Jet Moto 2, I only played a little bit. Jet Moto 3, I don't think I ever played Jet Moto 3. But I think a lot of the single track stuff, once 989 got a hold of it, went downhill in quality. Like, it's what everyone says about Twisted Metal. I imagine Jet Moto was similar. 989 never did the Warhawk remake, but I loved Warhawk, and Warhawk, the PS3 game, was not the same thing. You know, I should seek this out, because, I mean, Jet Moto was, I'm assuming Sony owned single track, didn't they, in 989. I'm guessing Sony owns the Jet Moto franchise. I wouldn't mind seeing a PS4 or 5 version of Jet Moto, but that'll never happen. Xena Warrior Princess.
989 Studio.
This is just a video demo. It's not the actual demo, but I remember the actual demo not being terrible. Although I imagine it is. Xena the show. You know, I didn't watch much of it. I've seen it. It sort of like it had the same kind of humor that the Hercules show did, only it was a little, I don't know, it didn't quite pull off the humor in the same way, I think. Just got hit with that rock, flaming rock. It's weird that this was I mean, I guess you do have tie-in games that are licensed games like this nowadays. They're not as common, and you'd think they would be, because Xena wasn't the biggest show. It's like it had a cult status to it, and a show that has a weird cult status to it getting a game release seems kind of weird nowadays to think about it. But you'd think, oh, it was 989 again. 989 did everything, I guess. Nowadays, especially considering how much more open game development is, you'd think that there would be more of these kinds of things, especially for the smaller, more cult favorites. But, it doesn't seem to be happening. Alright, so I don't remember this video at all. I don't remember this game. I don't even know what it's called. I skipped over the thing. I guess it's a dogfighting game. Yeah, don't show me pre-rendered cinematics for something like this. There were a few flight sim game or simish kind of games for the PlayStation 1. Oh shit, turned into a robot. Like Gundam or something? There were a few flight sim-esque kind of games that I played on the PlayStation 1. There was Ace Combat or Air Combat. There was Bogey Dead 6. I played that for a little while. I guess the Wing Commander series could be considered a flight sim in a way. It was space combat, but whatever. But it's a genre that I think is always much better done on a PC. And the more advanced technology that we got, in a few more years advanced than the PlayStation 1, really made a difference with how well those games played and all that kind of stuff. Physics calculations and graphics and how many enemies could be on screen at once for all that. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could consider Colony Wars to be a bit of a flight sim in a way. Space again, but... Street Fighter Alpha 3. Oh, it's just a video. The Street Fighter games didn't get treated all that well on the PlayStation 1. I think it had to do with of course, it was going to end up, aside from loading times, being better than what we had seen on, like, SNES or the Genesis. But it wasn't going to be arcade perfect. And the Saturn was really the 2D powerhouse of this generation. So, PlayStation 1 tended to get sort of the weaker ports of the 2D fighters, or 2D games in general. I was never big into the Alpha series, though. Street Fighter 2 was the one that I mostly stuck with. It was the Alpha series, which I guess was sort of like an evolution of Street Fighter 2, even though it was sort of like a prequel. Then there was Street Fighter 3, which, I don't know, people love that, but I barely played it. Street Fighter 4, I didn't get into that until well after it had been released, and I feel like I missed the boat on the conversation about it. Street Fighter 5 I've yet to play. Okay, we're back here. I'll actually play it this time. It's a fighting game where you...
Bloody Roar 2.
Hudson Soft, I don't even know what that is. Stun, long. you can turn in it's a fighting game, and you can turn into animal, sort of anthropomorphic animals, which makes you stronger. Of course, once again, this is playing at a resolution higher than the original game was, but it looks pretty damn good for a PlayStation 1 game. Oh man, the emulation is terrible. The emulation is terrible. Maybe I should use an actual BIOS instead of the HLE BIOS that comes with it, because it's playing at a frame rate of like a third or something what it should actually be. But anyway, I turned into the tiger. And now so did he. Oh my god. I thought I was going to have some good memories of this demo here, because I didn't play much of actual Bloody Roar, because I never got it. I played it over a friend's house or something, but this demo was really what I played a bunch of times. And this is ruining my memory of it. I mean, the game's still probably not that good, because I think anything short of Tekken 3 as far as 3D fighters really hasn't aged particularly well. I think Tekken 3 is still pretty damn good. And Bloody Roar was definitely not Tekken. I don't know how to play it, which is why I'm attacking nothing. Yeah, punch him with your back. Oh, okay, you know what? Done. It's over. Game's... This is ruining it for me. Probably you, too. Oh, I can move before the round starts. Oh my god. I actually make it pretty easy because I have all of this extra time to react to what's happening if I actually knew how to play the game. Kick the wall. Anthropomorphic tiger using weird movie-style kung fu. Stomp on his nuts! Stomp on his nuts! That was terrible. Don't try to deny it, that was terrible.